Picture this. You're on vacation, somewhere tropical, somewhere cheap, somewhere your mom told you to be careful, and there's this stray dog, cute little thing, skinny, wandering around the night market, big brown eyes. You reach down to pet it, it nips you, barely breaks the skin. You laugh it off, maybe rinse it with a bottle of water. Your buddy says you should probably go to a clinic. You say, nah bro, it's fine, it's just a scratch. You post a story about it, #adventure, #living my best life. And then you fly home and you forget about it completely. Spoiler alert, that was the last real decision you ever made, and it was the wrong one. What's up? I'm here to walk you through one of the most nightmarish ways a human body can shut down. We're talking about rabies, and I need you to understand something before we start. This isn't like the movies. There's no foaming at the mouth, lunging zombie nonsense where you turn overnight. Hollywood made rabies look fast and dramatic. Reality made it slow, quiet, and so much worse. Because rabies doesn't just kill you, it makes you watch. And by the time you realize what's happening, the door is already locked from the outside. So let's talk about what just crawled inside you. When that dog's tooth broke your skin, a bullet-shaped virus called lyssavirus hitched a ride into your tissue. But here's the thing that makes rabies a genuine masterpiece of biological horror. It doesn't go into your blood. Your immune system is standing there like a bouncer at a club, checking IDs in the bloodstream, and rabies just walks around the back. It enters your peripheral nerves directly. It's crawling along your nerve fibers toward your brain at roughly 15 to 25 millimeters per day. That's about the speed your fingernails grow. So while you're back home binge-watching shows, going to work, living your life, this thing is inching through your nervous system in absolute silence. No fever, no symptoms, nothing. The incubation period can be weeks, sometimes months, in rare cases over a year. You are a dead person who hasn't gotten the memo yet. Fun fact, during this entire window, a few shots of post-exposure prophylaxis would shut this whole thing down with nearly 100% effectiveness. But you didn't go to the clinic, did you? Because it was just a scratch. Welcome to the consequences. Weeks later, the virus finally reaches your brain, and now the clock doesn't just start ticking, it starts screaming. The prodromal phase hits first, days 1 through 3 of symptoms. You feel off, tired, achy, maybe a headache. You think it's the flu. But there's this weird tingling at the bite site, this itching, burning, pins and needles sensation called paresthesia. Your body is whispering that something is catastrophically wrong, and you're Googling whether you need more vitamin D. Then comes the acute neurological phase, and this is where rabies earns its reputation as one of the most terrifying diagnoses in all of medicine. The virus is now replicating inside your brain tissue. It's specifically targeting your limbic system, the part of your brain that controls emotions, fear, and aggression. It is literally rewriting your personality from the inside. Okay, but what does this actually feel like? It feels like losing your mind and knowing you're losing your mind. You become agitated, confused. Waves of panic crash over you for no reason. You might hallucinate. You might become aggressive. And here's the darkest part. The virus wants that. Rabies evolved to make its host bite. It increases aggression and saliva production because it transmits through saliva. You are being puppeted by an organism smaller than a red blood cell. But the signature symptom, the one that haunts every medical professional who's ever seen it, is hydrophobia. And bro, movies cannot capture how disturbing this actually is. Your throat and diaphragm go into violent, involuntary spasms at the mere sight of water. Not just drinking it, seeing it, hearing it. Even thinking about swallowing your own saliva triggers these spasms, so painful that your body develops a primal screaming terror of liquids. You are dying of thirst while being physically unable to drink. Your brain is fully aware that you need water. Your body refuses. The virus broke the connection. You start drooling because you can't swallow. And that excess saliva, that's not cinematic foaming. That's your body failing a function you've performed unconsciously since the day you were born. Some patients also develop aerophobia, spasms triggered by a gentle breeze on your skin, a puff of air. The world itself becomes a trigger. And through parts of this, you're still conscious. That's the thing nobody talks about. There are lucid windows where you know something is horribly wrong, where you're aware that your body is no longer yours. The terror isn't just physical, it's existential. You are watching yourself be dismantled from the inside by something you can't fight, can't negotiate with, and can't stop. Within days, the virus has caused encephalitis, massive inflammation of the brain. Your autonomic nervous system starts to collapse. Heart rate becomes erratic. Breathing becomes irregular. Your body temperature swings wildly. Then paralysis creeps in. Your muscles stop responding. Eventually, you slip into a coma, and then cardiac arrest, or respiratory failure, or both. Spoiler alert, once symptoms appear, the fatality rate is effectively 100%. There is no cure, there is no treatment. The Milwaukee Protocol, that one experimental approach you might have read about, has been attempted dozens of times. A handful of patients survived, most with severe neurological damage. Those are not odds, those are miracles with asterisks. After you're gone, the diagnosis is often confirmed by testing brain tissue. Your family learns that the entire thing was preventable, that a clinic visit and a few injections within days of that bite would have saved your life completely. That's the part that breaks the people you leave behind, not the disease, the math, the stupid, simple, preventable math. So, here's the part where I drop the jokes for a second. If any animal, wild or stray, bites you, scratches you, or even licks an open wound, go to a doctor immediately. Don't wait. Don't assess whether it looked sick. Don't Google it at 2 in the morning. Rabies post-exposure prophylaxis works. It works almost every single time, but only if you get it before symptoms show. After that, modern medicine has almost nothing for you. Wash the wound with soap and water for 15 minutes and get to a clinic. That's it. That's the entire survival guide. Now, if you want to keep exploring the worst ways a human body can clock out, subscribe. I'll be here. I'm dead. I've got nothing but time and an extremely concerning amount of ghost coffee.